I'm sure by now the vast majority of you have at the very least heard of the Mass Effect series. They are regarded as some of the most defining games of their time, taking a bold stance against the action-heavy series of their day, such as Halo, Half-Life, God of War, BioShock, and even Team Fortress. Instead of giving into the tropes of the industry, the Mass Effect series took a more story-driven route. The games are known for their choices and how they affect you, the story, and your relationships with other characters. It is a carefully and lovingly crafted, interactive movie where you step into the shoes of a hero and a symbol of hope for a doomed galaxy, Commander Shepard. Now, before we start, I want to clarify by saying this is not a traditional game review video. I'm not going to spill all my thoughts on the game, give a list of pros and cons, and hold you here until the end of the video so I can finally tell you a numeric score out of 10 for the game after I've already leached 10 minutes of watch time out of you. No, this review is a part of a new series I'm starting called the Masterpiece Collection. And since this is the first video of its kind, I'm going to briefly explain what this series is. The Masterpiece Collection is a set of reviews for games that I believe have achieved perfection in some sense, whether it be in their artistic quality or their influence on the industry as a whole. Furthermore, instead of waiting until the end of the video to give you a numeric rating, I just tell you at the beginning. For instance, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the game I'm going to be reviewing today, scores an 11 out of 11 in my book, such is the same with any other game that will appear in this series. I will have already scored them an 11 out of 11, and I will tell you that at the beginning of the video, and then explain my reasonings as to why. In short, the Masterpiece Collection series is not a set of actual game reviews in the traditional sense. Instead of looking at the pros or cons of a game in an attempt to get you to buy it, I am instead going to be looking into the more artistic aspects of the game. Essentially, this series is going to be closer to admiring a painting at an art expo than a traditional product review. On screen right now is more information on how I'm going to be reviewing games across all of my review videos, not just the Masterpiece Collection series, but for the meantime, I think I've wasted enough of your time, so let's get into the actual video. In November of 2007, the gaming industry changed forever. BioWare's latest project, Mass Effect, was released into the hands of the masses. Little did they know at the time, but Mass Effect would go on to be one of the most influential series ever to hit the shelves, and throughout its lifespan, it would receive rewards upon rewards in praise of every aspect of the series. For instance, at the end of Mass Effect 1, the synthetic race known as the Geth attacked the Citadel, the capital of the galactic government. Leading said attack is Sovereign. Sovereign is a member of another synthetic race known as the Reapers, who return to the Milky Way galaxy every 50,000 years to harvest all advanced civilizations, making them go extinct in the process. The ultimate goal behind the attack was to allow Sovereign to call upon the rest of his Reaper buddies, bringing their return and the destruction of all galactic civilization. Here, the player is faced with a choice. When the Alliance fleet arrives to assist you, you can either have them assist the Council in their escape, or have them focus all of their attack efforts on Sovereign, neither of which is a particularly amazing option. Supposing you assist the Council in their escape, the Reaper, Sovereign, may be able to call upon the rest of his buddies, bringing out the end of galactic civilization as we know it. However, focusing the attack effort on Sovereign means that you are letting the Council die, possibly causing galactic turmoil as the political hierarchy is disrupted, as well as causing the alien races to have an even deeper disdain for humans for protecting their own interests rather than galactic interests in saving the Council. Exposition and explanation aside, either choice will have consequences spanning the next two games, whether it be different dialogue options, cutscenes, or anything else. This branching narrative is what Mass Effect became known for, as it pioneered an entire new genre of games based solely around this storytelling mechanic. Not only that, but it caused a shift in the entire industry itself, even leading its competitors to shift their gameplay focus away from the action-heavy one-man army style of gameplay popularized by Halo, to a much more narrative-based focus. Mass Effect was not only a trendsetter, but it was an inspiration. The releases of Mass Effect 2 and 3 only added to the legacy, despite the controversy regarding 3 at launch. With each installment, the relationships the player could form with each character became more and more intricate and complex, and each decision's consequences layered on themselves from game to game. I, of course, was one of these new players. At the time of Mass Effect's original release in 2007, I was too young to play. Hell, I was hardly old enough to even hold a controller at that age. Though, I'd always heard such amazing things about the game, and with the release of the Legendary Edition, I decided to finally pick it up, and pick it up I did. First off, I just want to say that I can say almost nothing negative about this game, or these games, whether you consider the Legendary Edition to be one game or 3 games, as it's technically a collection of the 3, it's kind of a blurry line, so sorry if that gets confusing, but anyways, throughout the 76 hours I spent on my first ever playthrough, I rarely had a dull or negative moment. Even when the game did get on my mild side of annoyance, it was more because I did something stupid and hadn't figured out that I was supposed to be doing something different yet. And again, I can count the amount of times that happened on one hand. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is amazing. To say the least, a masterpiece. Everything from the story, to the characters, to the combat, and even the side quests were fun, engaging, and lovingly crafted. Mass Effect 1, despite feeling rather dated, still had its charm, as well as some rather stunning visuals. Your first time going to the Citadel is kind of a jaw-dropping moment for you as the scale of the place sinks in. Seeing your ship shrink to the size of a fly in comparison to the absolute unit of a space station in front of you was kind of stunning to say the least. Not to mention that the music for the Citadel Presidium slaps. Mass Effect 2 gets even crazier by allowing you to have up to 12 squad mates, DLC included. Each squad mate has these side quests referred to as loyalty missions, which, for me, were the highlight of the game. The loyalty missions saw you going to some sort of personal assignment for each squad mate. For instance, Tally's was a quick trip to the Quarian flotilla to settle a court case regarding her being accused of treason. Jacobs had you going to some creepy garden world where the plant life, if eaten, diminished your intelligence, turning you into your average commenter on TikTok. These missions added a whole new layer of depth to each of the characters in the game's cast, and really helped to reinforce the connection I already had to many of them from Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 3, however, wastes no time in getting depressing, with the tutorial taking place on Earth during the start of a Reaper invasion. Throughout the entire duration of this game, be prepared to feel randomly sad as something horrible happens to either a character in the main cast, or some random extra who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. We go check up on him? Now, I won't go too in-depth on the ending to avoid spoilers, but rather controversially, I was pretty okay with it. I didn't hate it as much as a lot of other people do, and I can understand the criticism for it. However, I found the way things wrapped up to be kind of satisfying in a way, and I didn't see an issue with it. That, and with the recent announcement of Mass Effect 4, we can probably expect that the ending 3 gave us isn't even the actual ending of the franchise, so there's more to look forward to anyways. Let's just hope that the next game doesn't get botched as much as Andromeda did. All in all, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is one of the best games I've ever played, and given both its influence and its impact on the gaming industry as a whole, coupled with its sheer popularity, I believe that it fits rather well as the first entry into the Masterpiece Collection series. If you haven't played it yet, or haven't even thought about playing it by now, I urge you to do so. It's an amazing experience all around, and I guarantee you won't regret a second of it. With that said, that about does it for this video, and for the first episode of the Masterpiece Collection series. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. It really means a lot, and it goes a long way with helping the channel. Also, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, and if you're still around for my Hytale content, be sure to stay subscribed. Even with the channel going through a lot of changes, I still fully intend on keeping you guys entertained with weekly videos, so be sure to stick around for that. And again, go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments down below as well, and rest assured, I read all of them anyways. Lastly, be sure to join our official Discord channel. I'm lurking there pretty frequently, and I'll hang around on voice chat every so often if you guys want to talk to me. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have yourselves a damn good one. Peace out.